things happen. Stop thinking about your pain. Get up and work so you can live it.
Hi, my amazing family. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I am going to share with you things that I would do differently if I would have to start my natural hair over again. After I decided to start taking care of my hair in November 2020, I didn't have a huge step back because I always listen to my hair, but I did have some moment where my hair was dry, where my hair was starting to change color, change texture because of what I was applying on my hair. And of course, when your hair is dry, when your hair is weak because of something that you apply on your hair, you will for sure have some breakage. But because, as I explained to you in the beginning, I was listening, I always listen to my hair. I can say that I reverse that. Sometimes I reverse that slowly. Sometimes it can take me a few months to reverse that to the natural state of my hair. But it was always a success to get my natural hair back because I always listen to my hair. If I was starting my natural hair journey again, I would not apply too much on my hair. In 2020, January 2020, I did a cornrow challenge. I have this video on the channel, and then I grew over 3 inches of hair. I got pregnant. I gave birth in October, and during the pregnancy, my hair became even shorter. Some people, when they pregnant, they do have a lot of hair growth, but I'm not like that. And plus, in 2020 there was the pandemic, so everybody was stressed. So the pregnancy plus everything that was going on made my hair become even shorter. After I gave birth, I was like, I want to grow my natural hair, and I decided to focus on my hair to grow my natural hair long because I knew that it was possible. If you go back to my channel, you will see that I was preparing a lot of different treatments to apply on my hair. That was a mistake. And if you are starting your natural hair journey now, don't apply so many different treatments. And I have to tell you, it's been a while. Maybe you don't know this because the videos are very old, but I deleted some of my old videos. I also put some of my videos on private because I was doing the wrong thing, okay? I was preparing a lot. I was mixing different things to apply on my hair, and I was sharing. While I was learning to know my hair, I was sharing some of the treatments. Some of the mixture didn't do well to my hair. That's why when I knew better about hair, I deleted some of the videos, and some of them I put on private. So, first thing first, don't apply too much on your hair. The second mistake I did once, and I already shared that on the channel a long time ago, for you to never do, is to apply new treatments when you are on a long protective style. If you are on a 3 month cornrows challenge or mini braids or mini twist, I don't know what you're doing on your hair as a long protective style, don't apply new treatment on your hair. I shared that already on the channel, but it's because I did it once and the result was really bad. Okay, when you are on a long protective style, you can't really touch your hair. You can't really check if your hair is falling or not because your hair is braided and you're gonna take it off after 3 months or after 2 months. So if you apply a tea on your hair or whatever the treatment may be, oil, a mixed oil, or a new spray, while you are on a long protective style, so if your hair is falling, you will not know. If the treatment is making your hair dry, you will not know right away. And when it's time for you to take off the long protective style, You can be, or you might be surprised to see that instead of growth, you are experiencing breakage. And some people will say, oh, my hair doesn't like cornrows, or my hair doesn't like twist. What you may not remember is that you were applying new treatments on your hair. So what's making your hair fall is not really the cornrows. It's the treatment that you were applying on your hair while you had the cornrows or the twist or the mini braids. So that's why when you are trying something, try it when your hair is out. So you can apply it on the hair and touch the hair after to see how your hair react. Try to also finger detangle your hair to see if you will experience more shedding after applying something new on your hair. So I hope that you get that part. Never apply new treatment on your hair when you are on a long protective style. I already said it. I also did it once and it was terrible. I had a cornrow. I was taking down the cornrows. I was like, oh my God, my hair is falling you know but it's because of all the mixtures that I was trying on my hair. I couldn't check to see which one was good, which one wasn't good. I was trying new things, so I experienced a lot of shedding while I was taking down the cornrows. If I didn't know that my hair liked cornrow, I would clearly say that, oh no, I will never do cornrows again because my hair doesn't like cornrows, which is not true. It was because of the treatment. So never apply new things on your hair when you have a long protective style. When you have a long protective style, always apply what you know your hair likes. Because remember, when you apply something new, you need to do it when your hair is out so you can check the texture of your hair, check all the changes, because not everything will do well to your hair, even if it's natural. Sometimes we can forget that natural treatments can also break the hair. We are all different. I always say that on this channel. What did great to my hair may break your hair. What did great to your hair may break my hair. Maybe I apply something and it makes my hair soft, and you go and you try it and it doesn't make your hair soft. The same thing can happen to me as well. Maybe something makes somebody's hair very soft, very shiny, and it doesn't work well on my hair. It doesn't mean that the natural treatment is not good. It just means that it's not good for my hair, because somebody else will try it and it will also do well to the other person's hair. So we need to do what works for our hair. Something else that may surprise you, because I do it a lot, is to not finger detangle if you can't. Ha! That may surprise you, but finger detangling can finish with your hair if you don't know how to do it well. When I first started to finger detangle my hair started to get matted because I was not using a comb. In the beginning, I was also watching a lot of natural hair videos to know how to do things. I never found someone who really showed me how to finger detangle the hair without a comb. I had to figure it out myself after I experienced some breakage because my hair started to get matted at the roots, and I lost a lot of hair during the process. That's why in the beginning I decided to keep my twist for 4 weeks. During the first 4 weeks, I take it down and I refresh the twist without a comb. And then on the 8th week, I use a comb to detangle the twist. Now I know how to finger detangle the hair. When I'm finger detangling, I open the hair almost strand by strands, okay? Don't just open it in big pieces. You're not detangling your hair. Some parts will not be detangled. You have to open the hair in very small section, almost one strand of hair or two strands of hair, like to really open the hair to finger detangle the hair, okay? And after that, you can use your fingers as a comb. And if you feel like your fingers are stuck, you stop and you open the hair again. You're not using a comb because the comb is rougher than your fingers, but use your fingers as a comb to try to take off all the extra products that you may have on your hair strands. I have a very old video on the channel. I will try to put the link there for you to see how to properly finger detangle your hair, because using the finger to detangle the hair is great, but you need to do it the right way, because if you don't do it the right way, your hair will be tangled or matted at the roots, and you will lose all your hair the day you use a comb on your hair. If you keep finger detangling forever, you will not notice that your hair is breaking or your hair is matted. But the day that you use a comb, you will lose a lot of hair, and you will blame the breakage on the comb, but it's not the comb. It's because you were not properly finger detangling your hair. My advice to you is to just use a comb or use something soft for detangling. If you don't know how to finger detangle, it will be better. Don't detangle your hair every day, okay? That's not okay. If you are starting, I'm not saying to just detangle your hair every day, but when it's time to take down your protective styles, if you don't know how to properly finger detangle, it's better to just use some leave-in conditioner, take down your braids, and after that, prepare something slippery and use a comb to detangle your hair. If you don't know how to properly finger detangle, you can start by finger detangle a little bit, like try to open the hair with your fingers to take off the big knots. But after that, use a comb to detangle your hair really well to prevent your hair from getting matted from the roots, because this is very dangerous. Your hair is gonna get matted from the roots, and when you use a comb, the day you use a comb on your hair, you will experience a lot of breakage because the roots was never really detangled for so long, and that will not be good. Something to never do if you are trying to grow your hair. I should say that first, honestly, but I kept it for now because I know that you can start to grow your hair without that, but you will not be able to continue to grow your hair healthy and strong without focusing on what I'm gonna say now. Take care of your body. Don't ignore your health, because you can start to grow your natural hair. As I said, maybe you just started and you did some cornrows and you see that your hair is growing. Yes, great. You may grow 2 inches of hair, 3 inches of hair, which is amazing. I'm not saying that it's not an achievement, but remember, you want your hair to grow super long and strong and healthy, and you're gonna have to keep your hair for a few years until it reaches your mid back or your waist. This is our goal, right? So know that you will have to be healthy as well. If you have iron deficiency, you will lose your hair. If you are super stressed, you will lose your hair. I made a video about that a few years back about stress, what stress can do to our hair, and it's super terrible. So if you don't have a healthy lifestyle, you will not be able to grow your hair super long for years. At some point, you will lose all your hair. I'm telling it to you the way it is right now. You will lose your hair. There's no way. Someone with iron deficiency can grow super long hair because your hair will fall. Same thing for stress. If you are super stressed, it's gonna be almost impossible to grow your hair super long. When I say that you need to be healthy or eat healthy, have a healthy lifestyle, I'm not saying that your life needs to be perfect. This is not what I'm saying. Nobody's life is perfect. I'm not saying that you need to be eating only fruits and vegetables or eat that every day. This is not what I'm saying. But at least when you're putting something in your mouth, think about the benefits. You can't have iron deficiencies. You can't have very poor nutrition. If you're gonna prepare an avocado hair mask, please take a piece of the avocado and eat it. Eat some spinach, eat some carrots, eat some fruits. I'm not saying every day, but at least try to balance your food. If your body is healthy, if you are healthy inside, for sure your hair will grow faster. You will see the shine, you will see the health on your skin, on your hair. Your whole body will feel it. I can promise you that I saw big changes on my hair when I started to take care of my body. So don't ignore that part, okay? Sometimes we realize that we are losing a lot of hair and we are blaming it on the products or the treatments that we are using when it's your body telling you that, I need help. And you see that on your hair. And if you go and you check, you will realize that you have iron deficiency. Or if you check around you, you will realize that you have a lot of stress, or maybe you have something going on inside. So it's very important to really focus on your health as well, because no one with poor nutrition can grow long hair. And remember, I didn't say that you have to be eating a plate of fruits and vegetables every day, but at least you need to be eating and really pay attention to what you're eating. This is what I said. I didn't say that you need to picture yourself following a very restricted diet with only fruits and vegetables, no carb. I didn't say that, but at least pay attention to what you're putting in your mouth, okay? And try to eat some fruits, some vegetables. If you have no problem taking vitamins, please take some vitamins to try to see if you can nourish your body. I don't personally take vitamins, but you can if you want to. So, overall, if you are just starting your natural hair journey, please don't touch your hair a lot. I always say that pick a style and braid your hair. It's easier like that. Don't apply too much on your hair and do what you can for your hair. Remember that if you don't know how to finger detangle, please don't do it because it can also cause you to lose your hair. And the most important thing that you need to remember is to listen to your hair. Whatever you are applying on your hair, if you feel like your hair is not doing well after you apply it, don't continue to apply it. I say these things a lot on the channel, but I really want you to remember, because if you don't know your hair, if you don't pay attention to your hair, you will never be able to know your hair. And to grow your hair, you need to know your hair. If you don't know your hair, how you gonna know what to apply on your hair? So that's why please don't do too much, don't apply too much on your hair, and listen to your hair, because our hair speaks. I always say that the hair tells you when something is good, when something is bad. You just need to pay attention. I really hope that you enjoyed watching the video. I really hope that you learned something and the video was valuable to you. If you are watching and you're not a subscriber, please don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications bell so you don't miss another video from me. And if you like the video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and please leave your comments because that will help my channel a lot. I really appreciate all your support. As I always say, you know that I love you so much because there's a lot of people out there that you can sit down and watch, but you decided to give me a few minutes of your precious time. It really means the world to me. Thank you so much for watching. I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Bye.